given the crisis at hand, and we know the last few years have not been great, would the Gandhi family be willing to step aside from their control of the Congress party and to let new leadership flourish?
Look, the point is that I am fighting a ideological war. I believe in certain ideas and I defend those ideas. And I don't really care what my name is. Doesn't make me any difference. I don't even care who my grandfather was, I don't care about any of that. But there are certain ideas that I defend, right? And I'm going to defend them. I mean, whether anybody likes it or not, I'm going to defend them, right? Now, what's interesting to me is that nobody in my family has been prime minister for what? Since 89, right? 99, so 20, 21 years, no, 30 years, 30 years. But there is an obsession that somehow we are in power, etc., etc. I have a role to play in the Congress party. The role to play in the Congress party is I defend a particular ideological current in the Congress party. And I believe strongly in that. I'm certainly not going to say, okay, thank you very much. I will now not defend that ideological position in the Congress just because somebody says I happen to be so-and-so's son. I mean, why should I, right? Now, question of should other people become leaders? Absolutely, 100%. And I'm more than happy to push as many leaders as possible and make as many of them successful. And that's my record. I, by the way, was never the prime minister of this country, right? And you can ask anybody in the Congress party, that's all I do all day long. I push people and I help develop people and I push them forward. But I don't take kindly to the idea that just because my father is someone, I now do not have the right to defend my political idea. Why? Why? I mean, why? Just because someone feels that it's inconvenient that I defend the political idea? It's interesting to me, right? I'm attacked every morning by the BJP. Every morning I'm kicked. I'm the only person, right, who actually sits there and attacks the prime minister. That's what I do every day. Now you want me to say, okay, stop? Why? I think I'm defending, as I said, I think I'm defending something which I fundamentally believe in. I'm the person in the Congress party who has been pushing elections in the Congress party from day one. I've been mauled in the press because I push elections. Please just do a search on internal democracy in the Congress party and see the amount of abuse I got for it. It's interesting to me. When I'm pushing internal democracy, everybody's saying don't push it. Have you ever heard me say that the Congress party should not have elections? I've never said it. Right? And by the way, the next step, of course, is interesting, which is neither does the BJP have an election, neither does the BSP have an election, neither does any other political party have an election. But for some reason, which I agree with, because I believe that we have a bigger responsibility for some of the reasons that I outlined earlier. I believe that we should absolutely have elections and we should absolutely elect our leaders. But it's interesting to me that that's not something people expect of any other party. Nobody's ever said, I've never read in the newspaper, why is Mayawati ji not having elections? Never heard it. I've never heard that, oh, why is the BJP not having an election? Why is there not an election in the RS? I never heard it. It's fascinating to me. And the reason is clear. The reason is because people don't like the negotiation. The problem is the negotiation. They don't like this conversation that takes place in the Congress party. It's the only party in the country that has it. You simply cannot have the conversations that you have in the Congress party in any other political party. I've got example after example. I mean, have you asked yourself the question why you've never had a conversation like this with the Prime Minister?
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.